Hello. See if other people come in a few minutes. Um, maybe I should put the link in what I did before. Hold on. Meeting information. Okay. All right, so I put the link in and we'll see if more people show up. I should have done that initially. We'll give it just a couple minutes. Oh, here's somebody. Hi, Cameron. Let's see. We're gonna watch a movie today and talk about it kind of as we're going along. The next chapter is like democratic transitions. And so this particular movie, it's kind of done documentary style, except it's really cool, I promise. It won like a bunch of awards. Like it was shown at Cannes, that famous movie thing like in France and all that, and won awards there too. So it's not like boring. And it's about people who they're adults now. It was made about 10, 12 years ago now. But it's about people who, hi, Jennifer. It's about people who lived and grew up in the Soviet Union, right? And so it's about their lives through the democratic transition, right? But then, of course, they're not democracy anymore, they're an authoritarian regime, right? But it's about that process of trying to make it through a democratic transition, right? And your book talks about uh, like the fall of the Soviet Union as one of the case studies, like the fall of the Berlin Wall and all of that. So I thought that this movie in particular would be great because I'm always really interested in like the lived experiences of the people and how that affects them, right? So this is interesting from that perspective. It gives you an idea of what it was actually like on both ends. First, the authoritarian side, and then the uh, actual sort of transition as it was happening, and then once it was done, right? And they were about your age, um, maybe a little bit older, some of them, when the transition was occurring. Anyway, hold on. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. I'll share my desktop, and there we go. Um, oops. Okay.
Нам выпала высокая честь
So right here, wait.
сказать сердечное спасибо дорогому Леониду Ильичу Брежневу, доброму другу юных ленинцев, за то, что мы живем в стране счастливого детства, за неутомимую борьбу за мир, счастье всех детей планеты.
These kids, they're known as pioneers, right? And so they're basically like the Girl Scouts slash Boy Scouts of like the Soviet Union, right? Um, and they didn't, part of like the Soviet thing was they tried to, from an ideological perspective, at least it was that way in Marxism anyway, to try and sort of like level the sexes, right? They, you know, um, uh, to try and show equality between sexes. So they started it young, right? So they didn't have a difference between them in like their civicness, right? So that's why there isn't a separation between the pioneers and their Boy Scout, Girl Scout type thing, right? So they basically did the same thing as the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts did, right? They would do things for their communities, right? They would do things at national events, sometimes, especially back during the Cold War, you would see the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts do things at national parades or, whatever, right? And that's what they're doing here. Um, and, that's basically what they are, right? Just the exact same thing for the most part. Okay. And so they have different levels, just like the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts do, but there's fewer of them, right? So there's the pioneers, and then there's um, the um, uh, the commissals, which are a little bit older, right? And pretty much everybody did it, though. Uh, I would say is the only difference, right? It wasn't that it was compulsory, you didn't actually like have to do it. It wasn't required, but it was seen as kind of like weird, right? If you didn't, if your children were not in the pioneers. And at the same time, as kids in the Soviet Union, like everybody wanted to do it, right? Because everybody else was doing it. And it was something fun to do because they would do things like go on camping trips and, do all kinds of like really neat field trips and, various things. Um, like everybody just loved it, right? And they'll talk about it here. Uh, and so it was a lot of fun, right? But it was also seen as like a tool to future progression in your life, right? So in order to get into the commissols when you were older, you had to be a pioneer. And in order to become a party member when you were an adult, you had to be a commissal, right? So, it was this sort of progression, right? And so it was kind of necessary in that way, right? And if your child wasn't a pioneer, people would be like, what's wrong with you? Why is your child not in the pioneers? That kind of thing. But at the same time, it was not difficult to have your child in the pioneers because like everybody wanted it, right? But your child could get kicked out of the pioneers if they weren't um, behaving properly and things like that. So it was a way of ensuring that children, were behaving properly and, doing things properly, etc. But, and helping to mold children, to behave and do things well and to be civic minded and, blah, blah, blah. Kind of, again, like the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, right? So, anyway.
Рисунок мальчишки, нарисовал он на листе, и подписал в уголке. Я не могу сказать, что мне хотелось быть как все. Это, это не так. Я была как все. И мне вполне хватало моей прекрасной советской действительности. Видимо, мне жилось настолько хорошо, что меня долгое время совершенно не интересовала эта западная жизнь. И когда вот по телевизору все время показывали какие-то расстрелы, какие-то демонстрации, я смотрела это всё по телевизору и думала: боже мой, как хорошо, что я живу в Советском Союзе.
Oh, hold on. Wait, can you guys not see anything? You're seeing a black screen?
Yeah, we're just not seeing the video, but we have the audio.
Okay, hold on a second. That's really weird. All right. Hold on. Can you see it now?
Try hitting play.
Can you see it now?
No, we still don't see anything.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Zoom. Share screen. Where's the where's the share screen thing? Oh, wait a second. Can you see other things on my desktop?
Yeah, it might just be the video or whatever you were streaming it off of.
I was streaming it off of my desktop, which is weird. Hold on. You know what? Just 1 second. DVD thing in that computer anyway. Hold on a second. I was gonna say I have the DVD, but then I remembered this computer doesn't have a DVD slot. Hold on a second. Share. How the heck? New share. Desktop. Oh,
What's up now?
hold on, nothing. I'm trying to show them my perestroika and I was having an issue. Hold on.
Are you talking to me or someone else?
I was talking to you because you said what's up. Hold on. Can you see it now, guys? Are you there? Nope. So you don't see anything that says my perestroika. English subtitles.
We can see the title of it, just nothing on the screen.
Wait, here, what if I push play?
Ну, моя мама, она добрая.
Did you see that?
No, just the audio.
Oh, geez, really? Poop. Oh, this is poopy. This is really poopy. I was not expecting this. I already purchased it, Cameron. I bought it on Amazon. So, I would think that, hold on. Yep, I see that it's like, hold on.
Ну, иногда может...
Really? Optimize.
It's weird because we can see the video when you put your mouse over the little like drag thing at the bottom, the time thing, but I can't see it.
Like this?
Yeah, like I can see that little picture of the boy, and yeah, that's really strange.
I'm gonna try something. Hold on.
У нее, ну,
Can you
синяки
see it
под
when I
глазами
do
обычно,
this?
как у меня, от усталости.
No.
Мама и папа мои
Okay. Shoot. All right. Let me think where that video is. Maybe I can get on a different computer. Oh, this really stinks. I can't believe this. I was not anticipating this to happen. I thought, like, why would it?
Do you think they might have it on YouTube?
I know they don't. I know they don't. I guess Amazon does this where you can't like why would that be? Like, this is so lame. This is like the lamest, stupidest thing. Okay. No. Okay. I think like for educational purposes, like why would the anyway? Where is that movie? Where is that movie? I didn't lend it to somebody. Give me just a minute. This really sucks. Hold on. I'm gonna look at something here. No, that is definitely not what I'm talking about. Okay. Just 1 second. I was not expecting this. I'm really sorry about this. I must have lent that DVD to somebody. My computer doesn't have a, like a DVD drive, so I bought the digital thing for it, and I think I just must have lent that to somebody, the DVD to somebody a while back. Okay. Well, I'm not getting any answer right now. All right. Well, one other thing before I give up on this part of it for now. Oops. Last I looked, it didn't have it, but I'm sure it doesn't, because this was like I said, it was like a big deal movie. They only seem to have like the, like the trailers and stuff. Mm. I know that they don't have it streaming on here. They used to have it on PBS streaming for free, and they don't anymore. Damn it. Okay. All right. All right. Does this movie? Yes. What a predicament indeed. Okay. All right. So I guess. Hold on. What I'm gonna do then is where's Amazon? Hold on. All right. I ordered another one. What? April 20th? You can't even be serious. Ordered it with Prime. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that later. Anyway, so for now, what I'm gonna do is it's not what I was hoping to do today. All right. Mhm. All right. So instead, we'll talk about this for now, and I'll try to work out the movie thing a little bit later. So just 1 second. One.